what I want from this video is that I don't want it to be... Well guys, how's it going? Oh, you son. Well guys, how's it going? I said that this video will be super relaxed and I just kind of want to just have a chat with you, to be honest. I want to talk about my Booktubeathon reading experience so far, and also the books that I want to read, and more than likely, realistically, I'm not going to end up reading all of them because of the simple fact that I'm completely out of practice for reading quite quickly. I used to be able to bang out a book really quick. I used to be an incredibly fast reader, but I've since fallen out of the practice. So I know I'm not going to read all of these books. I know that for a fact. So I'm really going to turn this into, as well, my August to be read pile. And I'm just going to take you through it. So what I wanted to do for the summer is I wanted to revisit the Harry Potter series. So when I was just finishing up work, so around May or so, I read Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. And I then fell out of practice because I got sick and things, so I just kind of felt I just didn't have the energy to do it. Like, I was just mindlessly watching television and not really paying attention to anything. So reading, you know, it requires a level of concentration, which I didn't have at that time. And I'm just making excuses as to why I wasn't reading. Isn't that really sad? It's so sad. But anyway, I'm back on the wagon and I have started reading the second one. So I've started reading Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. With the Booktubeathon, I'm just going to look up the name, 1 second again. I am Booktubeathon. Is it? Yeah, Booktubeathon, yeah. I can't even remember what I said. Anyway, sure, look. It requires like, you know, you take a part in the week, you're reading as much as you can. Generally, the challenge is that you read like 7 books in 7 days. And I know I'm not going to do that. Judging by like the pile that I have in front of me, that's not going to happen. So I said like I'd start off with the smaller Harry Potter books and then branch into anything else, because after the third they obviously get massive. They're chronicles, like they're huge books. So I just said, like, you know, I knew myself before starting this challenge that I was biting off more than I could chew. So each of them have a particular challenge, and I'm just going to pull up what each of the challenges are. Reading challenges. This lady who's done it, she's done an amazing job, really. Like, I've been watching this for the last maybe 2 years, and this is the first one that I'm actually taking part in. So she does an amazing job. There's loads of challenges and things like that, like on Twitter and Instagram and stuff, and I find it just challenging enough to just read, so that's really bad coming from me. But reading fast, like, that's what I meant, not just like I don't find reading difficult. I love reading. It's just the volume, it really gets me. So the challenges are: read a book with a person on the cover, read a hyped book, read a book in a day, read about a character that is very different to you, finish a book completely outdoors, read a book you bought because of the cover, and read 7 books. So I kind of figured, right, that this book and a few of the others that are quite short will just kind of encapsulate some of those challenges. So I kind of figured this one is read a book with a person on the cover, tick. Read a hyped book. When these came out, it was crazy. Like, I remember standing outside a bookshop at 12 o'clock at night waiting for, oh, definitely the last 3 books. I was up all night waiting for them. Like, it was brilliant. So, like, if that's not a hyped book, I don't particularly know what it is. I didn't quite finish it in a day. Read about a character that is very different to you. Obviously, these characters are quite different to you. I do not possess magical powers. So, if that just shows, you know, I am quite different to these people. And read a book completely outdoors. Haven't done that yet. Read a book you bought because of the cover. I don't think did I get one? I did. I will show you that now in a second. And read 7 books. So I've done like number 1, number 2, and number 4. So I have 3 challenges out of 7 done by just reading this book. So I'm kind of like, oh, okay, you're not totally failing at this. So anyway, this is the first book, Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, strongly followed by Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. This is my favourite Harry Potter. This is my favourite. This is when I read this book just before Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone came out, because when the hype was going on and they were like, oh, these books are going to be made into a film, these books came in like a little set of 3 because these were the only 3 that were published. And so then I was reading through them and I was like, okay, yeah, Philosopher's Stone, okay, Chamber of Secrets, yeah. When I got to this book, however, I was so gripped by this particular story and just like the twists and turns in this story. Like the other ones had good twists and things like that, but this one I felt like was just the strongest out of the first 3. So this absolutely grabbed me and I loved it, and I love reading this book. So I'm really excited to finish up Chamber of Secrets and get going with this one. So then I am going to just take you through the rest of them. So I kind of figured, right, if I'm going to read a book outside, it has to be fairly short. So I like just doing things like done, like just do it, get it over and done with, get it done. So I've decided that I actually want to start reading more Shakespeare. So I want to read The Tempest. I think that's the book that I decided I wanted to read. I wanted to read Julius Caesar. Julius Caesar was the play that I did for my junior cert and I absolutely loved it. So I kind of want to revisit that because I haven't really read it like fully since my own junior cert, because even in my own teaching, like I actually haven't taught it yet. So I know the story, everyone knows the story, and I just really like it, and it's quite short. So it goes from 820, it's about like 26 pages long. So that would take maybe an hour to read outside, maybe, if probably a lot less. I'm giving myself time to leisurely read and not be just stuck to that particular. I have like a little tome of the complete works of Shakespeare. So I'm just going to dip and dive into this one. And with 26 pages, I can definitely read that outside and not get, you know, rained on, which is, the weather is so over the place at the moment, it's just ridiculous. Another book I want to read, The Great Gatsby. I love this book. It is going on in the Gate Theatre at the moment, and it's quite an interactive show. I kind of thinking I want to go and see it, but first I obviously want to read the novel. I've read it before, I've taught it before, and I love it. I think it's brilliant, and I just really love revisiting old books that I've really enjoyed, because like you're always taking a gamble with a new book. You're like, oh, I don't know whether I'm gonna like it, but when you go back to your classics, the ones that you really, really love, you know, they're never going to let you down. So that's why I really enjoy doing them. Another book I picked up, this is The Life-Changing Magic of Not Giving a Fuck. And yeah, so this one, I kind of like, when I picked up this book a while ago, I was going through a few things and I was just getting very, I was worrying about things that in the bigger picture were quite small, but to me at the time were quite big. And I really enjoyed reading this book and I found it really, really helpful. And I just kind of want to revisit it again because I'm kind of feeling a little bit anxious and kind of overthinking things. I have a big thing about overthinking everything. So this, I feel, actually calms me, centers me and grounds me enough to kind of like, yeah, no, it's fine, it's grand, just get on with it, you will be fine. So I'm going to enjoy reading this again. A book that I haven't read yet is Sophie Mackenzie's Girl Missing, excuse me. This is actually on the Junior Cert book list, the new junior cycle book list, and I have read most of them, but I obviously just I haven't read all of them. And I haven't come across a school yet that teaches this book, but I don't want to be caught on the hop where it is being taught and I have to teach it and I haven't read it, because you are going to be a terrible teacher if you haven't read the book yourself. So I am excited to read this. It sounds very intriguing. Like the books in this new junior cycle, I really do have to say, they stepped up massively in comparison to some of the novels that we studied at junior cert. Like this is like something that a teenager could actually really get into, rather than like different things that I read that I obviously really enjoyed them, but you know, they were kind of a little bit older, and they were old books. These are, you know, quite current. They're quite current. And then the last one I want to read is Control-Alt-Delete: How I Grew Up Online, Emma Gannon. This book actually caught my eye because the fact that she's actually not that much older than I am. She's born in 1989 and I was born in 1991. And in this she says that she grew up with the World Wide Web. She grew up with the internet. She grew up, you know, as the internet grew up. And I kind of find that idea intriguing, and I can relate to so much of it. So late night chat room experiments, Nokia phones, like catfishing. I was very innocent. I didn't know what that was, and excuse me, and digital friendships. And I kind of feel that this book is something that I could probably relate to quite a lot, and kind of like, oh god, I completely forgot about that. That's actually like a good thing to remember. So I'm really excited to kind of get into that one. Now that's one that I haven't read yet, so I'm kind of like, oh god, I'm so excited. So I'm kind of like building up to it. So I'm kind of sticking with my solid, my good ones, my good books that I know that I really enjoy, and will sit and just enjoy it and just get back into practice of reading, because I have fallen sadly off the bandwagon, so off the wagon I should say, not the bandwagon. But yeah, so I'm just really excited to get back to it. I'm almost finished Chamber of Secrets. I have about maybe 100 pages left on that, and then I am going to go on to Prisoner of Azkaban, and then so on and so forth. So I'll let you know how we get on. If you have any suggestions of books that you think I may like to read, leave down in the comments below, because I love hearing suggestions and like what you kind of thought of. Maybe tell me what you thought of any of the books. Have you read any of the books that I read? Can we discuss them? I love a bit of discussion, it's great. Anyway guys, that's me for this evening. I hope you enjoyed yourself, because I thoroughly did. Leave a comment down below, comment, please subscribe, you know, give a girl a break. Guys, you've just been clarified, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!